Good morning, fam. Welcome back. Another early Sunday morning for an unboxing and install on this bad boy I've been waiting for right here. LOWGLOW, the so-called world's best underglow kit. Now, I have underglow in my car, even under my hood. This is exactly how it looks right here. Probably one of the first videos I ever did on YouTube showing these off. This is made up with multiple strips. They have extensions and with a controller that's hidden in the fender well. And what caught my eye is my underglow. You could see it over here, but you can't really see it, if you get what I'm saying. You could see it, but you can't see it. So at night, yeah, but I've seen the stuff from LOWGLOW and on Instagram, YouTube and whatnot from various users, and stuff seems pretty legit. Now, it does have a decent price point, but let's see if the quality is matching up to that price point. So this stuff is going to stay right here. The other stuff on the sides and the back is definitely going to come out. I'm probably going to put it somewhere in the front or whatnot, but the LOWGLOW stuff is definitely going to be replacing the old stuff. So, but I just want to unbox it real quick, hook it up, and I just want to see how much brighter this is. This setup here, it's visually bright, like when you're looking at it. But for some reason, now I don't know if you can understand this, what I'm getting at, but for some reason, like as you saw on the ground over there, it's not the most reflective, so to speak, on another surface, except obviously if it's at night. But even at night, I've noticed like how the patterns are going right there, as you can see. Even at night, like you don't see it how you should be seeing it. So I'm hoping for the best with this setup right here. Now, guys, you can get kits on Amazon for 30 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, $100. And I've seen guys install them on YouTube and then they're not whelmed or overwhelmed by it, so to speak. So let's see if this package can whelm me. All right. All right, guys, not gonna lie, there's a lot in this box. Very, very, very neatly packaged. I'm not gonna lie. And there's some cool stickers in here. You know, I gotta rock one under the hood. You know what I'm saying? But there's some really, really dope stickers on here. I think this is FRS's Patty's car. And, you know what I mean, they leave a personalized message. Hey, Luke, thank you so much for supporting what we're doing. I can't wait to see you lighten up the roads with us, Patty. Of course, man, for sure. It's gonna be lit. You know what I mean? This car is already insane. So just, you know what I mean, just icing on the cake, so to speak. And this is gonna be fantastic for the show that I have coming up, Tuner Evo. And I just want to, you know, special shouts to Patty. I will tell you this. I've been messaging them on Instagram, and this is even before I bought something. What happens is these guys, they bring out stuff like every 3 weeks or whatever to a month. And the shit gets sold out so fast. I'm talking about 30 minutes or less, the stuff is gone. I literally remembered I had to set an alarm. This is how I had to get mine. I literally put their reminder on Instagram. I set an alarm for 8:59 because it was coming out 9 p.m. Eastern. At 9 o'clock, I already had my stuff in my cart, and 9:01 shit was bought. And that's how I got this kit. Because the first round, I didn't get it because I slept on that shit. So I got it the second round back. And once I messaged them, he said, listen, once you process the order, send us an email for anything urgent. And this was urgent because I needed it because my show is just a couple weeks away and I have so much prep to do. And guys, just remember, I'm not a single dude. I'm a dad of 4. So it's hard finding the time to do this. Like I had to wake up 5 o'clock this morning. It's 6 o'clock now. You know what I mean? That's why it's a little bit weird outside. Nobody's around or anything. But anyway, I just want to say special shouts for getting this to me fast. This came in, I would say, less than a week's time from the order. And usually after you process it and shipping to you, it's like, it could be possibly 2 weeks before you get it. They sent this out to me quick. I think it's like, I would say maybe 3 days or 4 days or whatever. They got it to me fast. That's all I could say. Don't quote me on that, but they got it to me really, really fast. So I'm impressed by that. And so thank you, Patty, I appreciate it. Now, as I was saying, in the box, you got some Scooby snacks. They give you some zip ties. You got your stickers wherever you want to slap them on your car. You have these wire management 3M pieces right here, where you stick them and wrap the wire in them if you want to be super, super neat. And these are the strips right here, guys, for the Subaru, okay? The fronts, you have 2 of each in here. So it's 44 inches by 72 by 20, okay? 44, 72, 20. Those are the measurements for the Subaru gang. Then on top of that, you have your controller right here. They thought of everything. In this right here, you have your fuse and relay. Like, hold on for a second, let me pop this. All right, guys, I opened everything up besides the strips, and I wanted to shed some light on this right here. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, these guys actually thought of everything, and not just thought of everything, they literally baked it for you too. They literally baked the whole cookie, so to speak, meaning they hooked us up with a relay that's fused. This is for your battery terminals right here, and it leads all the way to a switch. So what do relays do? Inside of a relay, because what I'm going to be doing a video on my truck soon for a light bar, and you have to use a relay because some of these light bars, the one I'm going to be putting on, is 240 watts. That's a lot of freaking power. If you don't hook up a relay and or a fuse with it, you're going to be blowing out probably burning up wires and blowing out different fuses. So what a relay does, you're using a switch to control a little bit of electrical stimuli from the battery right here with these two, okay, to control the electromagnet in here to close the circuit, okay? Now once that circuit is closed, it's gonna operate a totally larger current going to whatever you're going to, your strips or your light bar or whatever the case might be, if you get what I'm saying. So this stuff is freaking cool, man. I'm really happy to see this. And the crazy part is I've watched so many other videos on LOWGLOW just seeing what these guys do, and nobody really talks about this stuff. Everybody just goes that, oh, the kit is great, and they hook it up to controller, and nobody talks about this. This is one of the most important pieces, and you guys don't even realize. And now you can see why these guys charge what they charge, because it's a nice piece of tech right here. It's simple. You can make this shit up yourself for cheap, but they're literally supplying everything for you, putting it together so you don't have to put it together. So all we got to do now is we got to hook these 2 terminals up to the battery, okay? And this down here, this end is going to get hooked in to this side of the logo control box, and then these 3 wires right here get color coded and hooked up in here. Color coded means obviously there's red, yellow, white, just put it in, and they give you a nice little screwdriver with it, and you're straight. And also there's a brochure in there with a different language. I think I see a QR code, so you could probably download it for the LOWGLOW app, I'm guessing. And that's really it, man. And I will tell you this, on this card, on this chart right here, they literally show you the diagram how it, even if you don't know about fuses and relays and anything like that, they show you how you got to hook this stuff up, man. So let me do that real quick. I'll get back with you in a second. All right, guys, so this is just a quick schematic of how it's gonna look, or what you need to do. So this terminal to negative, 1 to the positive, that's where it's fused right here. In case of anything that was to happen, the fuse is gonna blow and not your freaking accessories or something worse. Then, if you notice, the switch is lit up here, okay? That switch, there's constant power going to it. Only a little bit, nothing crazy, and you'll always see this on, right? So now what ends up happening is there's that little bit of current. When you flick the switch, okay, it goes to the relay and causes the electromagnetic to switch over. Listen carefully. When I click the switch, you're gonna hear click click coming from the relay. That is the electromagnet spinning. There's the electromagnet spinning and the switch moving over to provide power. And obviously you could see this works. And it works really, really nice. I like this color chasing. It's really, really nice. So then what ends up happening is the other end, they go to the power and the ground right here. Guys, make sure you're tightening this stuff tight. Also, I would recommend, highly recommend dielectric grease. I always have that stuff handy with me. This right here, you can get this stuff cheap. I'll link it below, and you can have this shit for life. I don't think you're gonna finish this, but dielectric grease, especially if this stuff, I know this kit is waterproof, but connections and connectors can get corroded. So this helps prevent that and wick any moisture from it. So you put them on the wire and insert them, tighten them tight. Also, they use these barrel style connectors. These are actually pretty damn cool. Now guys, when you're using these connectors, just be sure to know that there's a little notch right there. This is the female portion. There's a little notch right here. So on the male portion right here, you're gonna see a little notch on the inside. Damn, shit is right there on the top right there. That little notch goes into that groove and everybody's happy. Okay, also the cool thing about these strips, and I noticed all the little details, not only are they waterproof and they're super flexible, but I like how the fact that they ran the 3M tape all the way past this joint. Nobody ever does that. They stop right here, and then this head right here is hanging off. They ran this all the way past it. I like that. Also, there is an arrow on the strip. The arrow is gonna show you the direction that it needs to go. So all the flow, you know that you're doing it right when the flow is going that way and that way. So look, hit the switch. You're gonna see how it flows. There we go. One is flowing to the left and the other is flowing to the right. Damn, that shit is hard. That is hard. All right, so now let's start hooking this bad boy up. I gotta take the old one off and put the new one back on. All right, guys, we're making some headway, sort of. So this is what I did. I just temporarily moved this hood strut so I could maneuver some stuff better. And I pulled out my old controller, cut out some of the wires. I think the hardest thing doing this is taking off my old stuff, because I put the stuff on really well, really well, routed my wires. So there was a lot of zip ties and stuff I had to go underneath and cut, and I still got to do the back. So once I'm done with the front, I'm gonna have to put the back of the car on the ramps and get that done. So what I'm doing here is I already put the relay right here. The relay is going to be in here. It's mounted to the chassis. Then this stuff, all the stuff is going to get tucked inside where the fender is. And I already ran the switch. Through here, and I disconnected the switch. And this is something that you guys can do. I don't know if you guys ever heard the term de-pinning. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the pins out of this switch so I can run this wire through here where this grommet is. I'm gonna just run mine through here, and I'll mount the switch somewhere. I'll mount the switch somewhere right here, and we'll call it a day. So if you're gonna de-pin this, all you need, that same little flathead screwdriver that they gave you, there are little prongs in there. You just have to press down and you pull out the individual wire. Make sure you take a picture of the orientation of the wire, like white, blue, and black with this hook to the top. So if you want, you know, I mean, take a picture, because you don't want to screw that shit up. All right, so that's it. All right, guys, look at that piece right there. So the inside portion is complete. I took my trusty old hanger that I've been using for years, ran it through a hygrometers, taped it up, used some painter's tape, depinned it. Obviously you saw that from the time lapse. Pulled it through, reconnected everything, and that's it. Stuck the switch. So now, guys, I just gotta finish up this portion right here, connecting it, running wires down to the bottom. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna run the rest of the underglow. All right, guys, so the front and the sides are complete. As I said, it's taken me a little bit of time. Like, I'm roasting out here in the sun. I've been here for a couple hours just because of how my wires were ran and how I'm running these. I will tell you, Patty, thanks a lot for these wire management accessories and the extra zip ties, because let me tell you, they came in handy. Guys, take your time, run your wires properly. They give you enough accessories and hardware to do it. So definitely, you know what I mean, do it the right way so you don't have to look over your shoulder. Let me show you the front real quick. All right, guys, so this is that's the front right there. How cool is that? Now look carefully how that wire management stuff comes in handy. Okay, I just got to cut these ends off right here, but look how nice and neat that shit is. I got it running all up in there. And now you want to run the wires in a way where all you need to do is unscrew two of the barrel connectors, and you can take your front bumper off. Like, I got to take it off tomorrow because I got to do something else. So I definitely had to make sure that I'm hooking it up in a way where I can get that bumper off with ease. So now all I got to do is just back the car down off the ramps. I'm going to cut those tabs off, the extra ends off, and take the car down and back it onto the ramps and do the back. The back is not going to take long just because it's shorter strips. I'm just tired, but anyway, talk to you guys soon. All right, guys, the install is finally complete. Guys, it's like 90 degrees out right now. I'm baking, and obviously it took me a little bit of time because my wires from my previous kit, it was ran intricately, and now this one I did an even more neurotic job of my wiring. So it took me some time, especially, guys, doing this on your back. It's not easy. It is not easy at all. So like, my neck and shit hurts right now, but it is what it is. You know, I mean, it's the love of the game. But look at the reflection. The car is elevated and lifted all the way up. Like, the air suspension is all the way up. And you could see the reflection on the cardboard. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for tonight and really see what's gonna happen. Now, guys, as I said, I'm gonna be back a little bit later on tonight, and we still have to download the app and check out all the functionalities of it, all right? So stay tuned. All right, fam, we're back. It's late in the evening. It's about almost, I would say, almost 9 o'clock. And I had to wait until this time so at least I could show you the example of how nice this stuff lights up. And it's not even under full darkness. So you guys are in for a nice little treat. Now, before I go into the app, let's get a little comfortable real quick. Yeah, they call this low glow, right? So we're gonna do it while we're sitting real low. All right, guys, so now that we're comfortable, what I'm gonna do now is show you exactly how to get into the app and show you a screen recording of just the inner workings of how it functions. So this is the box for your controller, the SP105E. Remember that number, and see that right there? That is the sign for the app that they use. You can either scan this QR code or there's a pamphlet inside the box. Scan it, it'll give you an option to choose the App Store or the Play Store. Download the app, and when you download the app is called Magic LED. So here we go. All right, guys, so once you download that app, the Magic LED app, okay, open it up. It's going to start scanning, and remember that number I told you, all letters and numbers, the SP105E. Just click it. Now, since I have the hardwired switch on, I can turn it on and off with the app. So let's turn it on real quick. So now, when you turn it on, it automatically goes on auto. Okay? Guys, there are literally 200 modes in this damn thing. 200 modes. Now, the app is not very complicated. I tried to even rename it, but you can't rename it. So, you know, food for thought. But you can go in here. There's a color wheel right here. I can just move around the colors for static colors. You see it, and there's white, red, and it's real time. Green, blue, and that's like a really white light. So that's pretty cool. And there's a brightness toggle over here. And there's a speed. Obviously, speed only works while it's going through the transition modes. So when you hit this cycle button right below mode, it automatically populates to auto. And if you click where the auto is on the drop-down menu, you have all the static colors and all the modes. As I said, it's 200 modes. So now, as I said before, you go to town, mess around with it, and this is how you can control the speed right here. As you can see, you can either bring it to a screech and halt, like real slow, or speed it up real super fast. That's pretty damn cool. I like it. It looks really dope. I'm not gonna lie. This thing is pretty freaking cool. So there's just go to town. But that's really it for the app. It's not a super complicated app, I'll tell you that much. Definitely not complicated at all. Not complicated at all. And you know, shouts out to LOWGLOW. This is a really, really, really good product. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, obviously this product costs at least $300. There's a reason why. Their strips are super fantastic. Their strips are really, really good. The kit comes with everything you need. All the little hardware for your wire management. You have your fuse, relays, everything already pretty much wired together for you. You know what I mean? It's not bad. I will give you a tidbit though. Definitely use dielectric grease when you're doing this. I put dielectric grease in all my connectors. Even I unplugged the relay, the male and female portions. I unplugged them, put dielectric grease in there, because guess what? You want moisture out of those connections, so they're not gonna rust or anything like that, and you know, go bad before it's time. But guys, come on, look how dope that shit looks. You can't get better than that, man. And it's freaking bright. It's so bright. You know, obviously, sorry I'm doing it late, but this is the best time to show you. You know what I mean? But guys, you know what to do. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Patty from LOWGLOW, thanks so much for getting this out to me as fast as you did. And guys, I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Now, again, I didn't want to record too much because it took me a long time to do this, because I had to take my old underglow off, plus all my old wiring, and it was a super hot day. It was in the 90s, and doing this all day on your back, it's not easy. I gotta invest in a quick jack, man, for sure. But anyway, guys, once again, it was a pleasure. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.